All right.
Miles Morales versus Izuku.
All right. Now I'm not gonna lie. I don't know anything about Zuku, Deku, whatever you want to call him. I don't know practically anything, bro. I only watched like 10 episodes of the first season, bro. So you know, actually, you know, like, let me know if you guys actually want me to. I never actually did an anime reaction on my channel, but you know, I could react to My Hero Academia, even though it's like probably over like 8 damn seasons. So, but you know what I'm saying? Let me know. I might do it, I might not. You know, if y'all let me know, bro. I already know an app, you know, website I can use to react to that. So yeah, let's go.
Doria. Spider-Man versus Deku.
I ain't like the animation look clean though. I ain't gonna lie.
And it's our job to analyze the
It kind of remind me of
armor and
Spider-Verse
skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Like the animation, like not exactly. It's like a mixture of anime and the Spider-Verse.
This is Peter
Like,
Parker. He was
that's the
bitten
best
by
way
a
to say it.
radioactive spider, and for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there to look out for the little guy.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like in Universe 1610, when
Universe
NYC's Webhead got
1610.
back
I had no idea that was the name of the universe Miles was
on
in.
the job.
The city was left without its protector.
Oh yeah, by the way, I watched Spider-Verse 1 and 2, so I already
But
know.
fortunately,
I know it
Peter
is.
wasn't the only one
But
who got bit.
Miles.
Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from
He's
Brooklyn
an
just
anomaly. He
trying
was
to
supposed to
figure
be
out his place in the
Spider-Man.
world.
And
now he had it
And
thrust
now he has to
upon him.
be the only one because there can't be 2 Spider-Man at
Now it was
once.
Miles' turn to be the hero the Big Apple needed.
17.
And he had all the usual spider kit to help him out.
This spider
Likes
carried
Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, JoJo, and Gwen. Bro, dislikes Canvas, GameSpot, and Paul. Okay, first of all, I don't know who Paul is. I don't know what GameSpot is. But bro, how you gonna say like anime? I don't think I ever heard Miles talk about anime. I could be wrong.
A genetics enhancing serum
But
that granted
I don't
Miles
know, buddy.
superhuman strength, speed, and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
And you can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats so he can react ahead of time. He even got an upgrade that acts like a radar, letting him see through stuff.
But no spider person is complete without their web shooters. Given to him by Peter's
True.
Aunt May, these webs have all sorts of applications between swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into constructs.
Not having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt. Could he keep up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his,
To be
very
his
own
uncle.
Makes
Yeah,
family
that's
dinner
messed up.
so awkward. All that
Yeah.
trying to kill you stuff.
Fortunately, Miles had a leg up on every other superhero known to man.
Living parents!
What?
Better yet, loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even if they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter, but to do it his own way.
And it
Do
helped
his
that this
own way.
particular spider had a
He
bit
said,
more to its
"Nah,
weight
I'ma
than
do my own
Peter's."
thing,
Miles
bro.
has a variety
W.
of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on,
That's
Spidey,
true.
branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric energy and weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals.
Bro,
with
I know that
genetic
stuff hurt,
mutations.
bro. I know that
Punching,
stuff hurt
absorbing,
getting hit by
blasting,
electricity.
Mega blasting. Hell, he
That's
can even
crazy.
make electric constructs out of this stuff, like biowebbing and a damn sword. Jeez, what kind of spider was this?
Oh,
It's
yeah, that's
not
pretty cool.
entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linnaeufeidae, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their
Balloon.
silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up
Oh.
to hundreds of miles. No pun
Okay.
intended.
Well, whatever kind of bite it was, it gave Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
Oh, geez, Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb that was going to vaporize Harlem. a blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
He's gotten kudos from a ton of older heroes too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The King of Wakanda himself even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
The same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb
that's actually
energy
pretty
and
cool,
vibrational impacts.
It helps to
Pretty
regulate
cool.
Miles's venom powers too, allowing him to better control his electrical.
like, if y'all wonder why I'm not talking, is that because I'm actually trying to understand like what's going on, bro. I'm trying to understand. Don't worry, I'm gonna talk plenty in the fight. When they start fighting, you don't hear me talk about it. I'm just I'm just watching.
It can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
Though it's not as durable as, say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic energy will overload it.
Don't be near it when it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon here when he used his vibranium wings to stop a bomb that was gonna blow up New York City. That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive,
giving him huge boosts in strength and speed and making him a whole lot zappier. It's your classic shonen power-up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor. No longer
but how y'all know he's a weeb? Did y'all see that in the comics?
Literally, his universe got blown up and he was sent to the main 616 timeline along with his family.
Okay.
And now it's him and Peter as a pair of Spider Bros.
He's even become one of the big players of the Spider-Verse, teaming up with all sorts of other spider variants to defend the multiverse.
There's anime spider people, robot
Won
spider
an
people,
Oscar.
dinosaur spider people, spider
Took
people,
hits from
a whole
giant
lot of them, each
bro.
with their own way of getting the
Hey
job
bro,
done.
did Boomstick put some of these stats up, bro? Like, what is this, bro? Gets hit from giant woman, like, bro, like, what is the stats, bro?
Miles even led him into battle against
Come
the
on, bro.
Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero.
Facts. Oh my fucking god, I hate ads, bro. Oh my god, bro. Hey, bro, no cap. I actually am finna start getting an ad blocker. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I'm gonna get an ad blocker. I'm getting tired of ads.
But what is a hero? To the citizens of Japan,
What the fuck was that?
unique ways.
No,
that
bro, what the
anyone
hell is
can
that?
be a hero.
Is that a giant creature, bro? What is that?
But what is
What the fuck is that, bro? What is that? No, what is that? Look at his face. Fucking Phoenix and Ferb looking ass boy. What the hell is that,
hero?
bro?
To the citizens
Dude,
of
that's
Japan,
ugly
there
as
was
hell.
no one more synonymous with the word than their symbol of peace. All Might.
The
Oh,
big
my-
numero uno. With a smile
Bro
on his
is
face, he
jacked.
could save anyone and win any fight, no matter what.
Or so it seemed. After a battle with his arch nemesis All For One, All Might was grievously injured. His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
In this world, most human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one. Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or as local bully
Born
Bakugo
normal.
like to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku
Yeah.
wanted to save people just like All Might, but even his idol told him that he would have to give up on his dreams.
Forever the beta male in the shadow of Bakugo and his Sigma quirk, until he got the chance to alpha up and lend his rival a helping hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, One For All. This power allows him to boost his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific US locales, and
Okay.
the soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes, even finger flicks, One For All is
Pretty
the
cool.
ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time he used
But-
it, Izuku
but, like, the more you
destroyed
use it,
this
the more it
giant
hurts,
robot
right?
in a single blow, on accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though.
You
Damn,
mess
that
with
looks
his
like it
hands.
hurts.
One For All's power
Yeah.
was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it. In the hands of an improper vessel, One For All could cause their body to explode. So
Oh.
Izuku would need to continuously train to master it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, cause that was the only thing. Like, it kind of reminds me of Kaioken, but like worse. Like if you're too weak and use that ability, bro, you literally die, bro. Like you gotta be really strong.
His Hero Academia.
Say that again.
UA High.
Here he'd be inspired by girly pop Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his best.
Something that he may have taken too far.
When it came to saving people, Do Your Best here had a bad habit of putting others way before himself.
Ouch.
Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down on his hospital bill, he developed full cowling. Instead of using his quirk in short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body at low percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And with that new thinking came a new fighting style, shoot style. To use a stronger limb that is
Shoot
less
style.
likely to break, Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book and switched to focusing on kicks to pack in more of a punch. Yeah.
And that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All For One, All Might would be forced into retirement.
My hoe just lagged.
And switched to
My
focusing
fault.
on kicks to pack in more of a punch.
L lag.
Yeah.
L phone.
And that power would be needed.
L,
After a climactic battle with All For One, All Might would be forced into
L
retirement.
device.
Just a few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
But he didn't have to do it
Demon
alone.
Lord.
Just as All Might had passed one for all.
Why does every anime have to have a demon lord? Like, why is it that most animes always a demon? Like why can't it be like a human or like an alien or something? Like it always gotta be a demon.
Deku, it had been passed unto All Might by his
Unless
master,
I'm tripping.
and unto her by her master. One for All was a power that was built upon for generations.
The quirks
Oh.
of the previous users of One For All manifested in Deku, along with their spirits or vestiges, to help him.
Bro, is this the avatar, bro? He use it like this avatar. He speak to everybody that use the ability. It's like the avatar. Like everybody that been an avatar past, he can talk to all the answers. Like what
in
is
his
it?
battle against All For One.
Black Whip gives him energy tendrils to swing around and restrain foes.
Oh, so he must have
They
learned
can
all the
also
abilities
brace
from
his
him.
arms and manually
Okay.
control his muscles if he can't move.
Float allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining
That's
it with
pretty cool.
controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Danger Sense detects incoming threats and unease, letting Deku react in advance. Though it's mostly like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats. Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him
That is familiar.
create a smokescreen. But he can use it at full blast to create
Let's
a
commit it.
bigger smokescreen.
Let's make a
That's
smoke
swell and all,
screen.
but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic
Fajin.
energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with full cowling to achieve foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level
shit.
of power without
Like
any
a
recoil.
motherfucker.
He once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero
Okay.
turned villain who has a
Wait,
sniper
wait,
rifle.
To
hold on,
achieve
wait. What did he say?
100%, equaling All Might's full level of power.
What'd
without
you say,
any
bro?
recoil.
He once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former
Okay,
hero turned
okay,
villain who has
okay,
a sniper
okay.
rifle for an arm. I think I'm in love.
Nagant's bullet once
Bro,
crossed a
come
distance
on,
of
bro.
around 215 kilometers within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times faster than sound. And Deku was
Okay.
moving so fast, the bullet seemed like it was standing still.
And he can go even faster than that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can
Wow.
control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. He can slow
Wait,
down foes to
what?
leave them frozen in the air.
Slow
Or move so
down
fast he can
foes.
punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All For One's
Dang,
own
bro,
protege,
bro-
Shigaraki,
bro
couldn't
got,
track him. And this is a dude who can catch light speed.
Bro, what you call it, bro? I don't know what it's called, but like you know, like when you use the chaos emerald, you can freeze time. Like,
Laser
yeah.
beams.
It does have a time
I
limit
don't-
though. After 5 minutes of continuous
Yeah,
use,
bro, I might have to
Deku's
watch
body will
those,
catch
you know,
up
some
to his
anime,
speed,
bro. You know,
suffocating
stable
him
my
as his
stuff,
cells
you know?
become unable to take in oxygen.
Not nearly as bad as One For All was suffocating him, though. He's been doing all of this shit in just the 10th grade. I hadn't even figured out you can breathe through your nose at that point.
The pressure of having to
Wow.
save his friends, the country, the entire world weighed on Deku. So he left UA to fight this war alone.
But alone was never where Deku fought best. Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him on. Because that was the greatest threat to All For One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One For All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All For One once and for all, blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
Though he did lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher, passing on his knowledge to the next generation, just like every user of One For All before him.
Some might say he peaked in high school, if not for the sick new armor he eventually got to go back to kicking butt. He even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
All with the help of his friends. For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero.
Hey, bet. Alright, bro, let's get to the fight, bro.
Hello, it's me, Store-Bought Benjamin. I know what
Okay.
you're asking.
He's
Benjamin,
sponsoring.
what are you wearing?
Dummy thick.
Yes, that's our mechanical
Dummy
menace
thick.
Mecha Goose pull.
Nah, bro, what am I? Okay, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna skip this, buddy. Just because you call it, why is cake though? We don't. Yeah, I'm skipping this, bro. Like, I would have watched it, but the fact that you call it there, I'm gonna have to skip it, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but that's not it, bro. That's
It's
not it.
time for
That's not it, bro.
bro.
I'm not into that, buddy. Okay, actually, let me turn quality down, because I was lagging a little bit, and I don't like lag. So it's 720p. No, it's not the best, but I hope it doesn't lag, bro. Okay. Alright, let's get into the fight, bro.
Huh?
Okay.
Yo! You're more man and less spider than usual.
Whoa, I was
Okay.
looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
Alright, new guy. First lesson?
Okay.
Don't watch the mouth. Watch the hands.
Now watch
Wash your
mine,
hands.
Delaware!
Okay, that's pretty dope. Okay. Wait, wait. Before we even start this, okay. Let me know who y'all think is gonna win.
Try that one
Let
more
me know.
time.
I think that
Yes. Who?
I think that Deku actually might win, maybe.
I can't use
But
my
we'll
full power
see.
here. Gotta take this somewhere else.
Okay.
Oh, gross!
Wow.
Skills, man. I like that.
Okay.
Oh, mierda.
You broke your left shoes. Wow. That's gonna hurt. Ouch. Really old New York City.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out! Because
Okay.
I always do my best!
Oh wow. Okay. Okay, bro. You hit that parkour. Okay. So he doesn't have his web shooters anymore. So that's gonna be very
Do
bad.
my best. I gotta do my own thing.
bro put out a sword, bro. It's pretty dope. Okay.
Sarah was right! Your quirk is amazing!
It's not a
Amazing is
quirk.
my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spider-Man.
They need to use a
Absorption,
blast.
not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Go beyond!
Alright, bro. Alright, bro. Let's see who won the clash, but that actually looks pretty sick. Ooh. Wait, what just... He just exploded? Okay. Spider-Man, you really are.
You
We are
really
what?
are the ultimate.
The ultimate. Spider-Man died?
Oh! Vaya con Dios, Aranya Hoven.
Let's start by talking
Okay.
about their superpower.
I mean, I did call that Deku was gonna win. Now, the only reason I said that Deku was gonna win is because, like, Spider-Man is pretty strong, but, like, I knew that Deku was definitely gonna be a little bit stronger. Well, not even a little bit. I know he's gonna be, like, not, like, tremendously strong to the point where, like, it's just, like, Goku versus a Cyberman, but, like, I knew like he was gonna have the strength advantage. So.
Which matched up quite evenly. Unsurprisingly, given the not-so-subtle inspiration for Deku's quirks, though they did have some edges over the other.
The Spider Sense gave Miles more insight on his surroundings and threats than
Okay.
Danger Sense, which has been worked around before.
This meant Miles' invisibility was harder for Danger Sense to detect when he wasn't attacking, while the Spider Sense's radar system allowed him to find Deku in a smokescreen. But Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float was a lot more mobile than Webs, and Fajin gave a bigger boost in strength than Venom did. Since both had
Okay.
some advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Next up, speed. Scaling to Peter, Miles could dodge light speed attacks, which actually
Wow.
outpaced Izuku moving faster than that sniper bullet. Fortunately for Deku though, that wasn't his best.
Thanks to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki. Even
That's
worse
crazy.
for Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible. So speed goes
That's
to Deku.
crazy.
As for skill, Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
But Miles' powers and fighting style gave Deku few immediate openings.
Deku may have received more formal training at UA, but he was ultimately only
Okay.
active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles has been handling everything from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
It's close, but with his greater experience, skill goes to Miles, and that means
Okay.
the biggest deciding factor is raw.
His strength.
And that was no contest. Miles absorbing the
Yeah.
energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One for All is all about.
When Deku defeated
Yeah.
All for One, the energy needed to part those clouds with his punch had a yield of 362 billion tons of TNT, smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the water.
But it wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after all. So the
Okay.
question wasn't necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons. Impressive, but Deku defeating All for One was still over 600 times stronger than Vibranium's limit.
And
That's
Deku did that
crazy.
with One for All's embers, not the full package.
And remember, the vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had, making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
It's there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this
Yeah, bro.
superpowered battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed
Okay.
and immense strength that made him the winning hero.
And
That's
the
pretty dope.
morales of the story is...
The winner is Deku.
Okay.
Next time
That's
on...
understandable. That's understandable. I mean, I did say that Deku was gonna win at the start. I mean, like, honestly, it could have went either way, but something's telling me though that Deku was gonna win. Like, especially like when they got into all his feats and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, bro. I think Deku gonna win. Now, I definitely can't say that he only won because of strength. I think that if they were both even in strength, I think that Spider-Man would win. So, but yeah, it's pretty good animation though. I think I'm gonna try to post a lot of videos today. Like, not gonna make any promises, but I'm gonna try to get some videos out. I still am editing other videos and stuff, so yeah, I'll be out. See y'all. Y'all have a good day.